welcome back to another episode of Studio 21. I'm your host, Daniella John, and I would say spring is in full throttle. All of the plants that died during the winter storm are starting to regrow, which is really exciting. Plus, the fields by my house are starting to get bluebonnets and their yearly wildflowers, which is like really nice to see. And also, the deer are back, much to my dog's disliking. The deer plus their babies eat in that meadow every single night, and people come and bring them like corn and other snacks, which I would not recommend because then the deer get like a little too friendly. But that's okay, that's just how it happens. Spring is the time to come together. We all know that. Anyways, we have a great episode for you today. So let's jump into what's happening this week in San Antonio. The first event I have for you is the Strawberry Festival, a little outside of San Antonio in Poteet, Texas, which just happens to be the strawberry capital of Texas, which is something that I didn't even know that we had. The festival runs from April 4th through the 11th, so there are many opportunities for you to go check them out. There is something for the whole family, from Western and Tejano music, a carnival, rodeo performances, and even a few contests. This is the festival's 75th year, so you know it must be a good time. Check out their website, strawberryfestival.com, for more information and grab some extra strawberries for me. The annual San Antonio Book Festival is happening this weekend from April 9th through the 11th. However, this year it's completely virtual. This event showcases 200 local, regional, and national authors. There are several session options for all ages to learn more about new books as well as some of their favorites. The local bookstore Nowhere Bookshop is their official bookseller of the festival. Also, this event is completely free, so if you want to learn more about the festival schedule, check out their website. Flavors, a lounge in downtown San Antonio, is hosting an EDM party on Saturday, April 10th from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Now, I've never been to an EDM party, so I cannot explain from experience, but I can imagine that it could be a lot of fun. Like most things could be a ton of fun. Flavors is a very unique venue, I would say, from my Google searching. They are sort of a boutique bar studio venue hybrid. I don't quite understand it, and that's why I need you, dear viewer, to go check it out for me this Saturday. Every second Saturday of the month, the SoFlo Market opens on Flores Street downtown. The market includes unique and handmade items from local vendors, and this event is a great way to get out of the house and embrace the San Antonio community. I don't know about y'all, but I really do miss just walking around, browsing random items, maybe finding some really good food along the way. So, get your squad together and maybe buy some cool art this weekend. That's all I have for you this week. Stay tuned for Release Date, Gossip Guru, and our musical performance, Bill Baird.
Spotlight.
Hi everyone, I'm Ana Serrano.
And I'm Jolie Francis.
And we would love to welcome you back to Gossip Guru.
Yay!
Yay! So our first story today is all about Lil Nas X's new music video, which came out last Friday, March 26th. So the singer released the song called Call Me By Your Name, Montero, and he announced it on Twitter and Instagram, along with a really heartfelt post about a letter to his 14-year-old self about coming out.
Aww,
yeah, so that was really sweet. And this song, Montero, Call Me By Your Name, was accompanied by a music video, and that music video was really interesting. And basically, the music video explores the connection between like sexuality and like religion. There's a lot of religious imagery, like the devil, heaven, the tree of life, angels, and and like all of that mixed into this music video. And that's where a lot of people, especially conservatives, were really concerned and did not like his music video because they believed that he was praising the devil and promoting Satanism to young children, especially the young children who really liked Old Town Road.
Right.
Which that was a big hit.
that was a big hit, but children, they don't have that much power, you know? Like, you can control what your kid watches. If you care that much, you can control it.
Exactly. It's not like Old Town Road was like squeaky clean either.
I know.
Yeah, he said that in a tweet. He was like, parents, please calm down.
I know.
But yeah, a lot of really like conservative celebrities came after him on Twitter, like Candace Owens and Caitlyn Bennett. Yeah, but he tweeted right back with some comebacks, which was really interesting to watch.
Yeah, he's mad. He's so annoyed. But I mean, I'm sure he meant to like make a scene. I'm sure that was the intended, like, to get some attention.
No,
and he
for sure.
and he is not. He's not letting down.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it's like a pretty normal like change in pace. Like Miley Cyrus, like she was on the Disney Channel, had this like squeaky clean image, and like then she went and did like her own album and twerked on the MTV. So like this is just him like growing up. I understand it.
Yeah.
And I respect it. It's art.
And it's art.
Yeah.
He's literally growing up. And he also didn't start on the Disney Channel, so I'm like, he was never squeaky clean.
Yeah, exactly.
But whatever.
Another really interesting thing is that he collaborated with a streetwear company to come out with these like custom Nike Max 97 shoes, and these shoes were black with red accents, and they even had a drop of human blood in the sole, which is really interesting.
Scares me. And there's a pentagram on the top of it, which is like, I think used for like summoning the devil, something like that. It's devil related, devil adjacent.
Yeah, and they only sold 666 of the shoes,
Naturally.
which is also
Naturally,
exactly.
literally the devil's number.
Okay, now on to you, Jolie.
Okay. Well, hopefully we have another music video on the way, and hopefully it's just like that one.
Oh, of course.
So some Shamila updates. Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello were spotted on the set of a music video.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a lot of speculation, like, are they doing another duet, another Senorita? Hopefully not. But people are thinking, since she's working on the Cinderella movie.
Oh, right.
Right. And he just released an album that's just going to be a solo moment, just a normal thing. And she might not even be in it.
Oh.
So people are thinking that she might have come along because he didn't want her to be at home alone. Because a day before they were spotted on the set, their house was literally broken into while they were there. He's like, So
and they strategized.
They were like, okay, we can't be home anymore. So that's what people are thinking, because their dog Tarzan, who we've talked about before on the show, he was also on set.
Oh my goodness.
So people are thinking that they just didn't want to be at home, which makes sense. They were literally home, and someone broke in, they saw them, allegedly, or like reportedly, they saw they were home, they grabbed the keys to Shawn Mendes' G-Wagon and dipped. They drove off in his G-Wagon, and LAPD showed up, but they didn't find anything.
They didn't find the guy who stole the G-Wagon?
No, I mean, apparently he was quick out of there. He saw them and dipped with the G-Wagon, but I'm sure it'll be recovered. Cars, I think, are pretty easy to trace, but I'm very scary, so everyone's on set. The whole family's on set today.
No, that makes sense.
It makes sense.
That's a scary situation, but also maybe they should have like more security.
That's what I'm thinking.
The two biggest celebrities.
I know, and they literally just got back to LA, so because they've been quarantining in like Miami and Canada, like in their hometowns,
right?
And they just got back to LA like 2 weeks ago.
And this happens.
And then this happens. I was like, oh, what's going? So maybe we get better security, but also we don't condone robbery.
No, of course not.
Ring.
No, that's horrible.
That's horrible. I hope they're okay.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have for you today. Next up is our musical interview with Alexi. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Bye.
Hello, it's Alexi Mortov again, and today I am joined with Bill Baird. How are you doing?
Doing great. Just took a shower.
That's good to hear. I read that you originally you lived in San Antonio, then you moved to Austin, then you moved to Oakland. How has the cities you've lived in affect your music writing? Did you take any influence from the culture around there?
It kind of doesn't matter where I am as much. I just try to find the best of wherever I am. But yeah, it does affect it a bit. When I was in the Bay Area, I was like a Lyft driver for a long time, and I was exposed to like kind of the grossness of Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
And so that gives you a lot to write about. But the truth is that like There are some things that I wrote about, being on the coast, the lights of San Francisco. San Francisco is just such a wonderful place. But a lot of the stuff I'm trying to write about, it's usually trying to draw back a little bit from that. Think bigger, sort of like, I would hate to say cosmic, but just thinking about the fact that you're going to die or something like that.
So, how has COVID affected your songwriting process?
At first, I felt overwhelmed. There was a lot of uncertainty. So I started writing these very moody orchestral type pieces. And then I noticed a lot of people kind of wallowing in sadness or, playing, live streaming shows in their pajamas from their bedroom. And I felt like we needed a little bit more righteous anger. I wrote another album. It's called Standard Deviation. And that was, a one-man show. I was using samples, playing the bass and stuff. So it affected things in that it made me feel a little bit more angry, actually. And I funneled it through sample-based stuff like I used to do a long time ago, very influenced by like, I don't know, Tribe Called Quest or De La Soul or something.
How would you say the creation of a song goes for you?
There's no one way. If it's like on assignment, that's one thing. They give you specific parameters. I want you to write a song like this, if it's for some sort of commercial project. Typically, I don't do very well at those because I'm just so far gone down my own path that I can't really do anything that I don't want to do. My subconscious just doesn't work. So sometimes it's sort of like an itch in the back of your mind or like a feeling. Sometimes, you're just so overwhelmed by emotion that it just comes out like you're writing it in the same time that your pen is moving. There's no revisions or anything. The songs that people like the best are usually the ones that happen the quickest, and I don't know why that is. I think there's something about, pop music, folk music, the kind of stuff that I do. People value immediacy. So endless revisions don't tend to make things better, and I don't know why that is. But the stuff that people like the best, is usually the songs that I wrote in 5 minutes. My website is my name 5 times, bill.com. Like your hand, Bill. Thank you for having me. Thank you for listening to my music.
It's been a pleasure. This has been Alexi Mortov with the musical guest of the week, Bill Baird, signing off. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Madison Poljan.
And I'm Remy Zika. Welcome to Release Date.
Our movie this week is Jungle Cruise, another upcoming Disney masterpiece. The movie follows Dr. Lily Houghton, played by Emily Blunt, and the wisecracking skipper Frank Wolf, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, as they travel through the Amazon in a ramshackle boat. The two of them go on a quest to find an ancient tree that holds the power to heal anything, and they face danger from wildlife and from their fellow man along the way.
I love Emily Blunt. I'm so excited to see her on screen with The Rock, and they seem to have really good chemistry in the trailer. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not rocking with the guy with the snake in his face. That's a lot to unpack, and I hope he's not a part of the main story. But I do hope that The Rock's character is different than the one he played in Jumanji that came out a few years ago, because it's very similar setting, jungle adventure. But yeah, the set design looks amazing, especially when the boat pulls into the dock. Wonderful. And the humor, I can vibe with that. And while they are in jungle, I do not think it will be a cruise for them.
No, it will definitely not. Yeah, I agree. I love the humor, and the chemistry between Emily Blunt and The Rock is definitely something I'm looking forward to. I love The Rock. I absolutely cackled watching Jumanji. So I'm really excited to see him play this wisecracking Frank Wolf. One thing I'm intrigued to see is if Disney ties in any aspects of the Jungle Cruise ride from the Disney theme parks. It's been a while since I've been, obviously, but I remember that ride always being a good time, and I'm excited to see how the ride and movie intersect.
Yeah, and Jungle Cruise will be available in theaters, COVID permitting, on July 29th, 2021. So our video game this week is Before Your Eyes. It is described as an emotional first-person narrative adventure game where you relive your most important life moments that will lead to heartbreak. This game does have a very innovative gameplay feature in which you control and alter the story every time you blink in real life.
Yeah, the game certainly seems interesting. I like the unique gameplay aspect of it and the animation style, and it seems very deep. However, I already spend a good amount of my non-game time regretting my life decisions. I'm not sure if I want to spend game time doing that as well. Also, the game kind of seems like a bit of a staring contest, so that seems kind of fun. Most games only focus on like your finger or hand skills, so to have one that uses another body part, your eyes, is a pretty cool concept.
Yeah, I like the fact that this game isn't first person. I feel like if it was in third person, it'd be a little bit more complex. And I know there are things like there's eye tracker games too, but the fact that you can blink and it'll change stuff, that's really cool. And it's also really ambitious. I don't know if that's ever been done before in a game, but I hope they execute it really well. I do like the blocky characters combined with the very, very well fleshed out backgrounds that are really busy with lots of noises and bright colors. It's nice to see like a really just nice looking background. I love the concept of the player reliving a life that they've never experienced before and that all the choices have already been made. So they just have to live with them and change it if they want. But yeah, the environments seem really detailed and immersive. So I'm really excited to see people play this game and I want to know what they think.
For sure. Before Your Eyes is set to release on April 8th of this year. It's only available on Windows via Steam. That's all for now. I'm Madison Poljan.
And I'm Marie Musica. Thank you for tuning in to Release Date.
from your square dance floor. Come on and square your dance. Erase away your pencil pants. Come on and square your dance. My hexagon head awaits the chance. Come on and square your dance. Erase away your pencil pants. Come on and square your dance. My hexagon head awaits the chance. I have some good news for you. your soldiers can't handle. So lower away